It's a real good challenge. We already know he's the Heisman Trophy winner. He's a guy with a lot of ambition, and he want to go out there and he want to put together a good game each and every time he's out there.
What did he do well against you guys last year? Maybe he build on and correct and try to bottle him up this time?
You say that again?
What did he do well against you guys last year that maybe you guys can flip the script this time around and try to bottle that passing attack up?
He was very poised. He came into a hostile environment and handled it real well. And that was real, commend to him because, he was a freshman quarterback. I think that was one of his first big games. And he came in here and handled it real well and, and controlled his offense.
Well, now he has the swagger. How do you knock the swagger out of him?
You just got to play in that game plan. He's going to have that, and that's always good to have in a player too. But we got to go out there and disrupt that a little bit and, make him uncomfortable in any kind of way that we can.
Robert, they're favored by 20 points. Are you surprised that people think they're that much better than you guys?
I don't even read or know. I just heard about it yesterday. That's just something like I never know if we're up by 20 or we're down by 20 or anything like that. I just go out there and play the game each and every time. Since I was a kid, I was always told never worry what people say with things like that. So if it's a surprise, I don't really know. It's just something I guess is people out there got to put something out there or create some kind of buzz or whatever. But I never really paid attention to anything like that.
So is this an earn back respect game when you hear something like a 20-point underdog and you came into this season as a top 20 team and now people are thinking you're about to get blown out?
It's definitely you want to have respect in these kind of games. They're the number one team in the nation. It's a great opportunity to go out there and play on the big stage and show what you can do. So we just got to go out there, and you can't just demand respect. You got to go out there and earn it, and then that's what we got to do. They came out here and they beat us last year, and that's all the credit to them. Nothing take away from them at all.
Does it help that you guys have played a lot of big games? I think you guys have played 7 top 12 teams in the last 17 games. Does that help?
Yeah. Of course. Like when I went out to the Georgia game, it was a big game, but I was real calm, relaxed. I've been in an environment like that before, and it just helps you go out there and mentally prepare because you know what's going to happen.
What changes do you have to make looking at last year's film going into this game? What do you think is the most crucial area?
Stay within the game plan and expect adversity, and when adversity hits, you have to respond and not, we can't worry about what's going on one side of the ball, and the offense can't worry about what's going on the defense side of the ball. We have to go out there and expect each other going to go out there and make the play and do what we're supposed to do and what we practice all week. So that's the biggest thing. We just have to trust each other, and when things happen, we have to respond in the right manner.
Your thoughts on Green, and does he remind you of any other receivers you've faced over your career?
He was a real good player. I've seen him since I was a freshman. When he was here, he scored, I think, 1 or 2 touchdowns. And, ever since then, rest is history. He's been a real good player for Florida State. I think he's about to set a lot of records this year for him. And I can't really compare him to anyone, but I know he's a real good player, and he's dangerous once the ball gets in his hands.
Brady just said he wasn't a fan of Winston's tweet about this is our house, when he came in. What are your thoughts on that?
I saw it when it first came out. I'm not a fan of it at all. You're not gonna say much about it, but it's gonna be in the back of our minds. I'm never gonna forget that. That's something. He apologized for it and everything like that, but that's still something you're gonna have in the back of your mind in preparation to go against them. If he feels that way, we let him feel that way. I guess we gotta go out there and prove a point. With the competition that's going on, but I don't approve of it at all. But he said it and he apologized. But we all gonna remember that.
What does this game come down to? What is the biggest difference in this matchup?
It's like Coach Sweeney always say, the margin of error. So you got a team that makes the least amount of mistakes, special teams, which always I feel like in the years that Clemson played and Clemson and Florida State played has always been a big factor. Penalties and the turnover margin. Things like that are always going to dictate the game every single time.
Do you guys take that rivalry aspect seriously with them, given what's at stake in this matchup usually?
Oh yeah. Before I even got here, I didn't really understand the rivalry between Clemson and Florida State. But when I got here, that first game when I was a freshman in 2011, and the way the fans were. I think that was the loudest before, I think this past year against Georgia I ever heard Death Valley ever got. It was like my third game as a Clemson Tiger, and right then I understood, how big this game really is, especially dating back to when Tommy Bowden and Bobby Bowden, was playing. It was a big issue back then. And, I watched a couple games when James Trapp played them, and, it's just, you can feel the atmosphere is just different. The fans want it, we want it, the coaches want it. It is something that you expect and want to do all the time.